Ribs.
Okay, if you're like us and you're afflicted with wives who won't let you eat just meat for your meals, you're going to want to have a side dish, and we're going to teach you how to make a South Carolina style coleslaw. The difference between a regular coleslaw and a South Carolina style is this is a vinegar based. There's no mayonnaise in it whatsoever.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Better for you at least.
Bad for you. Okay, we're going to get started. Tell us what we got here, Paul.
All right, I've got this is about 3/4 a head of cabbage. This
Okay.
happens to be a large head of cabbage. If you get a smaller head, all you need is one. I like just to slice it up with a knife. Got a whole red onion sliced up in here. To that, I'm going to add some sugar. This is about 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm just going to toss the sugar in here to coat this.
Okay.
And then I'm going to set this mixture aside. While this is set aside on the stove, I'm going to mix in about a cup of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
3/4 cup of olive oil. There's the good stuff for you. To that, we're going to add some dry mustard. I think that's probably about a 1/2 teaspoon. Another 2 tablespoons of sugar. Some salt.
Mustard.
And then what else we got? I think that's
Salt
it.
and some black pepper.
Yeah. What we're going to do is put that on the stove, bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to pour that mixture over here. Go ahead and dump it in there.
All right.
Nice.
Excellent.
And then we're going to just toss that around a little bit here.
Hands of steel.
That's right. Stick them in the sand, toughen them up. And then once this is good and coated, I'm going to stick the whole thing in the fridge, and it'll sit. It'll be ready by the time the ribs are done.
One of the keys to having really good ribs is you want to keep the meat moist while you cook it, right?
Yes.
So what do you use to do that?
Mop sauce.
Mop sauce. We're going to show you how to make a mop sauce that you put on your ribs while they're cooking to keep them moist and tender.
This is a basic vinegar and mustard mop sauce. Again, it kind of evolved from a number of different recipes. What I've got here is a cup of apple cider vinegar, a cup of apple juice, a 1/2 cup of mustard, and a little bit of salt. I'm going to mix all this up, put it in a container, and use it to baste the ribs towards the end of the cooking.
Okay, so let's get started.
All right.
What do you want first?
I'm going to take the vinegar and add some apple juice to it.
All right.
Clanky, clanky. Put this mustard in here.
Okay.
Get that in there. Yes.
Okay.
And then we're going to add just a little bit of salt to it.
Okay. As much as that? Maybe
About
teaspoon,
a teaspoon or so, yeah.
Okay.
And all I do is just kind of whisk it all together here real quick.
Okay.
Dissolves pretty quickly. Set that there. And then, you know what? Recycle. Use an old mustard bottle and pour it in there, and this makes a great mop sauce instrument here. Got a little spillage there.
Okay, the ribs have been smoking for about an hour, and now it's time to put some mop sauce on there to help keep the ribs moist and make sure that they're nice and tender. Ready?
I'm ready.
I get to open the lid now. Yes, you do.
All right, if you notice, they've darkened up a little bit here, and the meat is pulled back just a little bit from the bone. It's a good sign we're on track to get these things done. I'm gonna go ahead and start mopping these things down. Again, that little mustard bottle works as a great little mopper, baster. Threw a couple extra stubbies on there when y'all weren't looking. There we go.
That's it. Let me just button it back up and let it ride. Alright, on every episode of Your Plates or Mine, I'm going to try and show you a shortcut to every recipe. If you're having trouble with the temperature of the grill, maybe it's windy, rainy, snowing, or you just don't have the time to spend outside, you can take the ribs after they've been on about an hour. Once you mop them once, you take the ribs off and you double wrap them in foil. Then what you do is you bring them inside and you finish them out in the oven. What you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 225, pop your ribs in for about 2 hours, and when they're done, they'll come out and they'll be moist, tender, fall off the bone tender. They'll be great. So we're going to go ahead and do one rack that way. The other ones are still out there riding on the smoker. They should be great, and we're going to go ahead and pop these in the oven. The moment we've been waiting for. The ribs are now off the grill and out of the oven. Boy, do they smell good.
Yes. These came out of the oven. These were on the grill the whole time. But if you notice on these up front, the meat's pulled back from the bone. They're done. Done perfection. On the bottom side,
Look at that color.
nice definition. I wish you guys could smell these things. They smell so wonderful. On the ones that came off the grill,
Look how pretty that is.
look at that. The ends, good stuff.
The color's a little different on the ones from the grill because we kept basting it with that mop sauce to keep them moist. So if you notice on the top, they've got just a little hint of a yellow color to them. That's natural. That's the way it's supposed to be. Boy, these are going to be great. Let's go ahead and cut into them.
Man, these are cutting easy.
Oh,
See if we roll those on the sides. So look at that.
oh yeah, look at that. Look at that nice color in there. Got a nice smoke ring.
Boy, they cut easy too. The thing about these baby backs is they are meatier. There's a lot of good meat on these things.
Yeah, look at
The
that.
spare ribs are good, and baby backs, they got just a lot of meat. Not quite as much fat either. The wife likes that. Because when you take them off the grill or out of the oven, you want them to sit for about at least 5 minutes. That goes for any meat. Steak, chicken, pork chops.
If you cut them before they rest, that's when you get all that juice that runs out all over your plate, and then your meat kind of dries out. Ooh, that's a
Little snacker there.
a chef's delight, little sampler there. I'll be digging into that. Here they go. The ribs are done. Check that out. Looks awesome. Coleslaw's ready. We're going to go ahead and eat in just a second. Paul, how do you like to finish off your ribs when you serve them?
Well, you know, this is a dry rub, so you can finish it out however you like.